everyone. Welcome to the Arizona Youth Alive podcast. I am so stoked that you would take some time out of your day to be a part of this, to watch it. If it's your first time watching, what we do is every first and third Wednesday of the month, we release new material, 20 minutes of content. The reason why we do this is because I believe with all of my heart that leadership is all about influence. So my heart would be this: I want to help leaders be better influencers, because if we're influencing better, we're leading better. So I'm genuinely passionate about that. But what I want to do today is, first, if you have not subscribed to this podcast, hit that button, subscribe it, and share it all over. We want to get this out to as many people as possible. And as well, if you comment below if this is helpful to you, like that means so much to me, and it helps me know better what to do and how to serve you best. So yes, please do that. Also, in a couple weeks from now, just 2 weeks away, we have our very first Youth Alive one-day conference. It's going to be amazing. Our National Youth Director, Josh Wellborn, is going to be there, and you don't want to miss it. We got a great lineup of speakers, other youth pastors in the area coming to be a part of that. And here's the thing: yes, this is about campus ministry, but even if you're not a student like leading a club or whatever, I believe this is for you. If you say, I want to be a better leader, I want to know how to share my faith better, and if you're a youth pastor who's saying, I want to know how to reach campuses better and be a better leader, this is for you. So just a couple weeks away. And so if you haven't registered yet, you can go to youthaliveoneday.com, register. It's only $25. We'll have a promo video after this, so check it out. Also, we have the link in the description if you want to download the video and share it all over, share it at your youth group, whatever you want to do, it's there for you. The theme of the conference, the theme of the one day is this: the answer is yes. What could happen if you lived a life of simply saying yes to Jesus? I believe that his way is better. I believe for the Christian, for the believer, our position should be, Jesus, before you even ask, the answer is yes. So come be a part of it. It's going to be amazing. I'm going to take a sip because my mouth is dry. Here we go. Bless the Lord. Here we go. So welcome to a new school year. I'm excited that this new school year is starting for me. This is my second full school year as the Youth Alive Director. I think last year we saw some great things. God did amazing things. Just last semester, even 110 students got saved right on campus. How cool is that? I'm just saying, it's awesome. So here's what we're gonna do this year. I wanna plan going into this next year with a little bit more structure, a little bit more systems, and a whole lot more vision. Why is because last year we learned some things like what works and what doesn't, and I think we're still learning. But I want to go into this next year running full speed ahead. One of the things I feel like God spoke to my heart was, Christian, this year, I just want you to go for it. And I want you to challenge everybody else to just go for it. So let's reach every student in every school. And so here's how we're going to do this. So this is going to be more of a practical talk today, much more practical. This talk is specifically aimed towards students who are leading campus clubs and for youth pastors that are thinking about getting involved with Youth Alive. Now, please don't turn off the screen. Don't change it or whatever. This is still for you because I want you to hear the vision, because Scripture says if we don't know, if people have no vision, they'll stumble all over themselves. But when they know what God is doing, they're most blessed. So even if you're not a student leading a campus club or you're not currently doing Youth Alive, I still want you to watch this so you can hear what God is doing and where we're going. So one, you can share this with somebody else who might need it. Or two, you know how to pray with us because we need it. So here's what we're going to do, all right? We're going to talk about two things that I think we're going to reach every student, every school. So the first thing I want to talk about is clarifying the win. The second thing I want to talk about is the overall club structure for the new school year. So here we go. Clarifying the win. Clarifying the win. How do we know we're winning? So the language we use is this. We want to have a life-giving campus club in every school. So how do we know if we are being a life-giving campus club? What's the win? So I'm going to say this now. You might have in your own context some various wins that fall under this main win, and that's okay. I want you to have a vision for your club because for the most part, it's like I'm not going to be the one leading it. You are. But here's this overview is the win for everybody. Now, you might be able to clarify some wins for yourself, which I think you need to do, but this is the win for Arizona as a whole. Ready? It's this. For a life-giving campus club, the win is to see first-time salvation and connection to a local church. Okay? Let me say that again. First-time salvation and connection to a local church. Any life-giving movement that we see on campus, whether it be a campus club, a 7 project, or whatever we do, we want to see first-time salvation and connection to a local church. Why? Because I want to say that Youth Alive is reaching kids that aren't already being reached. Our campus clubs should not be just another hangout for just Christians. I think that is what small groups are for at your church, or life groups, whatever you call it. That's a life group. A campus club needs to be evangelistic in nature. We're wanting to see first-time salvations. First-time salvations and then connection to a local church. Why? It's because Youth Alive is only here. The church is everywhere. Eventually, students are going to graduate, and if we don't get them connected to a local church, we've failed. And then we go do a 7 project at a school. Our goal is this, first-time salvation and then connection to a local church. So that is the win. How do you know if you're winning as a campus club leader? There's many ways, but the main way for Youth Alive as a whole is this. You'll know you're winning if you're seeing first-time salvations and connection to a local church. And so that leads us to the club structure. How are we structuring things in order to facilitate that to happen? Let me tell you once I take another drink. Hallelujah. Speed the light. Give to it. It's great. Club structure. So here's what we're going to do. Moving forward, we've got 3 things that I think we're going to build into the structure of every single campus club that we've got going currently and that we start for the time being. And I think it'll help facilitate the win that we're trying to see. So here we go. We're going to break up a campus club, our life-giving campus clubs, into 3 things. 1, yearlies. 2, semesterlies. And 3, weeklies. Now, let's break this down. The yearlies is this. Every year, once a school year, we want to see every club host or put on an evangelistic event. So we're going to call those a reach event. We want to reach people. So every school year, 1 per year, a reach event on every campus. So whether that be a 7 project where you come to a school assembly with a gospel outreach in the evening, or you do something after school, after a football game, like a 5th quarter. Or, for instance, we have a student last semester who held an anti-suicide event at her school. Over 100 kids showed up, and 13 kids accepted Christ. Very creative. So once a year, a reach event, and then semesterly, we want to see a serve event per semester. So here's the thing. If we're not serving our campuses, we're not making ourselves valuable. How do you create influence? How do you create value for your campus club? Is by serving your school. If your club ceases to exist, or if your church ceases to exist right there and your school doesn't know about it, or they don't notice it, I would argue that you didn't make yourself valuable to them. So how do we do that is by serving. So 1 serve event per semester. Now, here's the thing. There's a ministry already happening that helps you do that right off the bat. If you're like, I don't know how to come up with a serve event once a semester, I'll tell you what. There is a great organization called School Connect. They do a thing called Love Your School Day every semester, and you can get involved and figure out how to serve your campus as a club. If you're not thinking I can come up with my own serve event, that is something you should do. It's easy. We'll put the link to their website on the link in the description below. School Connect. Do it. My church did it. It's amazing. I think our clubs can definitely get involved in that. If not, maybe you could just serve concessions at a football game with no strings attached. Or here's what I think you could do. Leave your host room better than you found it. How about that? I think that's game changing. And then 3 is this, weeklies. Weekly, what is going to help you constitute a life-giving campus club is this. 3 things that we need to be doing weekly. 1, word. 2, prayer. 3, community. Let's break that down really quickly. We're running out of time here because I got a couple other things to say. So weekly, we want you to communicate a word, whether that be a talk, like you bring in a speaker like some of our clubs do, or you do some sort of discussion based off of either your youth pastor's message or just some word that you have. So some sort of word, or giving a gospel presentation at your club. So some sort of word, a biblical word of some sort, a scripture, whatever. 2, prayer. You either got to open with prayer, close with prayer, or do prayer for needs, or a salvation prayer towards the end, whatever. Some sort of prayer, word and prayer, and then community. So we're not effective if we're not creating a place for people to find community, find friendship. So how do we do that? I would say get food, get pizza, get donuts, whatever, at your club. Maybe small giveaways, because that builds energy, builds hype, like a $5 gift card to Dutch. That's simple, and it builds hype. It's good. And then always have some music playing, like something, and facilitate a place where people are being talked to. Have people at the door, shaking hands, greeting people, build community. So word, prayer, community. That is what needs to be happening weekly. So recap that really quick. So 1 yearly reach event. 1 yearly reach event. 2, a semesterly serve event. Every semester, do something to serve your school. And 3, weekly, have a word, have prayer, and community. That, I believe, will facilitate a life-giving campus club, and we will begin to see first-time salvation and connection to a local church. Now, what if you're thinking, Christian, that's a lot. I don't know. I got something in my eye. I'm sorry. Maybe you're thinking, Christian, that's a lot. I don't know if I can do all of that. So here's what we're rolling out. At the one day, we're rolling this out, and I'm so excited about it. I really feel like this is going to be the next step. Is we're teaming up with our schools of ministry in Arizona. So right now it's Dream City College, Radiant College, and Life Point internship. And what we're going to be doing is this: we're going to team up with those schools and create club coaches. So we're going to begin to pair every student who's leading a campus club, the main leader, pairing them up with the coach, and that coach will now help students from getting a club, from signing up to getting it started, walking you through your weeklies, walking you through your semesterlies and your yearlies, so you will not be doing this alone. And I'm just saying, these people are excited. They're pumped. So I'm excited to launch this at the one day. So if you're a club leader, you really need to be at the one day so you can meet some of these people, and we'll get you connected. It'll be great, and they will walk you through your campus club. And I think if you have a youth pastor connected with you, you have a solid team leading with you, and then you have a coach, there's just multiple layers for you to succeed. Sound good? So why are we doing this? Why are we getting so systematic? Why are we getting so structured? Why? Let me tell you why. Is because I genuinely believe that Arizona Youth Alive is called to reach every student in every school, and I want it to exist far beyond me. I don't know how long I'll do this. I see it for the foreseeable future. But I want it to last beyond me. And the way to do that is create systems so that it will run without me. And I believe you guys can take it further than me. So listen, 488,000 teenagers in our schools. That's a big, big, big goal. And let me tell you something. We have big goals, and we will not rise to our goals just by the sake of having a big vision. We don't rise to our goals. We fall to our systems. So if we have really great systems in place, that will be able to facilitate the vision that we have in our heart. Does that make sense? Here's the thing. I believe with all my heart, every student in every school is waiting to be reached. So what are we creating? What systems are we creating in order to see that vision come to pass? Because we won't get there just on goals alone. We'll get there on systems that we create. So we're creating lots of systems so that we can just plug in and get it done. I believe God is calling us to do big things. So I'm really excited about it, and I think you should be too. If you're not, then stop watching this. I'm just kidding. So here's as we end this. If this is helpful for you, please comment below. Let us know and share this. If you know of other youth pastors or students that are wanting to get involved with Youth Alive, I would really appreciate that, sharing that with them. And if there's more that you're contemplating, you need to know about, what would be really helpful. I want to talk with you. So you can either comment below, or if you want to email me personally, I'll get back to you. So email me at chambliss@azag.org. I'll put it right here in the screen so you can see the email right here, chambliss@azag.com. Email me if there's anything I can do to help you. If you need me to come speak at your club or send somebody to, or if you want to talk about how to get something started, or if you want us to come out to your youth group this year and cast the vision to your students, whatever you need, email me and we will make it happen. And or maybe you're like, I'm not in a school of ministry, but I'm interested in being a club coach. I'm interested in helping students out lead their clubs. Email me and we'll make it happen, because I'm so excited. I'm so pumped. I think this year is going to be the best year yet, and it's only going to get better. So anyway, so thankful for you guys. Love you, and stick around for the one-day promo, and I'll see you at the one day. Let's reach every student, every student.
Say, Jesus, the answer is yes, before you even ask the question. That is a heart of obedience. That is a heart of willingness to trust that God has a better plan than anything you can ask or imagine. The answer is yes.